Hey-ho, folks! Well, I'm going to the Coromandel Peninsula. I don't think we've been there yet. Vis-a-vis the video camera. I don't even know if you guys can see me. To do a 3-day tramp all by my lonesome. Something I'm not working for the next few days, and I figured I might as well get out of the house. And I'm without a kayak paddle right now, so I figure why not go for a tramp? After all, that's what they do here in New Zealand, is they walk around a lot, and I figure I want to walk around too. I think I'm going to be like the only person on this track, except for the Coromandel killer, who Zara lovingly told me all about just before I left. Apparently a killer in the Coromandel's killed a couple people, and I have no idea in terms of dates whether this was 20 years ago and now the Coromandel killer is wheeling around in a wheelchair on the trails, or whether this was last week. But I don't think it was recently, because I'm pretty into the news and I haven't heard it. Anyways, of course I'm behind schedule. It's 1 o'clock now. It looks like I probably won't be there for another hour, and it's about a 4-hour tramp in till the first site. So as you can see, it gets dark around 5 o'clock. Time is running against me in a big way. But that's okay. I wouldn't do it any other way, because that's just the way things seem to go. So the Coromandel Peninsula is basically a volcanic mountain range. We are going up into there. We being me, but I'm taking you guys along with me. Looks a little cloudy up in those mountains. Should be good though. Just gotta beat the clock. Alright, well here I am. I just went to the Department of Conservation's office, and I got my passes and everything. And she did her best, really, to talk me out of doing this tramp. I guess I'm going to be the only person out there. And I'm going to Moss Creek. And apparently nobody does that anymore, that it's kind of passé, but maybe it's kind of retro and cool. And apparently it's going to rain a lot tonight. It's really slippery. I really shouldn't go. Hope you have the right equipment. And I'm pretty well kitted out, so it should be all right. And apparently from Moss Creek to Pinnacle's hut, it's just a complete muddy mud. So I'm looking forward to that. I figure if I keep my boots dry today, then that's okay. I can get my boots wet tomorrow, and then I can maybe dry them out at Pinnacle's hut. Not that I really care, you know, wet boots, wet schmoots. Anyways, I'm off, and if you don't hear from me again, I didn't make it. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to let you down. Moss Creek, 3 hours. All right, this is actually about I think the 4th one of these I've come to. It seems to be pretty flooded out here. Lots of river crossings that I don't think are supposed to be river crossings. And as you can see, the beautiful waterfalls behind me. There we go. Very nice. And I have no idea how far I've gone, but I'm soaking wet. My dreams of having dry shoes has gone up in smoke. And the camera's getting very wet, so I will give you more updates if I see something else pretty along the way. Over and out. I came from way down there. I gotta go up there. I gotta climb to a height of 700 meters, which is pretty high. Sorry, I'm just sheltering you from the rain. The rain! Anyways, hope you can see me. Yeah, I just saw a sign that said I've gone an hour. I looked at my clock. I'm a little bit ahead of that estimate, but I still got another couple hours to go, and I don't have a lot of light, so hopefully I'll make it there before darkness. I'm not really sure. If it's up high, I should have some light. If it's down low in the valley, it could be SOL, baby. I'll keep you posted. That's where I'm going. Notice how I'm basically walking through a river. I've gotten off the fucking, oh, excuse my language, I've been off the path now twice through vines, almost lost. I'm so glad I'm doing this right now. I'm sure I'll be thankful for it sooner or later. But one thing's for sure is you kind of realize why they shot Lord of the Rings here. Holy. It's like a jungle out there. Yet another river crossing. And here we are. The Kawarenga Road in where the car is, 3 hours away. Pinnacle's hut, 5 hours away. No fires. And this is where I'm at. That was definitely one of the hardest things I've ever done. Which should say something because I've done some pretty damn hard things in my time. It was like never ending up. And then when I finally got to the top, it was like walking in a swamp for like an hour. It was just unbelievable. And she said that the worst part's from here to Pinnacle's hut. So we're going to just check into look deep within ourselves and see what the plan is. I'll give you another update a little later. It's kind of a surreal place where I'm at. Look at that, eh? Very bizarre. It's supposed to rain a lot tonight. Hopefully I stay dry. Well, I tell you what a difference a night can make, eh? Everything's soaking wet. Nothing's really changed in that department. It's probably much better light like this. If you saw it there, you could see the Pacific Ocean, the South Pacific, big river. That's the Coromandel Peninsula over there. It's very beautiful. Today looks like, at least at the start, it could be nice and sunny, which means even though it rained a lot last night, and the guidebook says that if it's rained a lot, you may not be able to cross the river. I think I'm going to go for it. You know, if anybody knows rivers, it's me. I figure I can cross a river, and you know, it's kind of like, otherwise I got to go back down that hell path, man, and I do not want to do that again. That was a nightmare, and I'd rather go forward. It's supposed to be very boggy and swampy for the first little bit, which is exactly what I just walked through last night. My feet are soaked. There's nothing quite like putting on a wet pair of cold socks in the morning. But basically what I did last night is I got on the 10 at 5 and I didn't get out. I did not once get out. It's 8 o'clock now, and I'm going to try and dry off some stuff and be out of here by 9, and that'll give me a good 8 hours of light for a 5-hour track, so at least I got 3 hours to negotiate the river. That orange marker means this is the trail. And this is what I mean by swampy. This isn't necessarily the worst bit I've been to. This is just a bit where I can actually stop and put the pack down on these logs here. These big kauri logs. This all used to be kauri forest until, see, the path actually goes that way. There's a marker in there, you see it, orange? Walking sticks. Back up a bit. One advantage I had that I didn't have yesterday is these walking sticks. They are the cat's ass when you got to go through swamp and everything. You don't know where you want to put your foot. And I'm really making good time today, at least I feel I am. I'm as high as the clouds, as you can see. There's the clouds coming in. And you don't get too many opportunities to actually get a good view here. It's been pretty much walking through a swamp. And so I figured I'd take an opportunity here to rest. I've been going about 2 hours. And I'm hoping that it's all easier from here on out. If not, actually I'm enjoying it. It's actually quite a lot of fun. But it's no walk in the park, even though it is a walk in the park. Moss Creek Hut, 3 hours. Pinnacle Hut, 2 hours. I just talked to you guys a second ago, and I've been going for about 2 hours. And looks like I've actually done it in 3 hours and 2. So it could be a little closer than I thought, which is real good. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Onward and upwards, let's get to that hut. Let's check out what this is all about, because we don't have huts in Canada. Huts are a Kiwi thing. I haven't been at one yet. One fear I've definitely had since I began this track is the ranger lady and all of her positive encouragement telling me that it was total hell and that I was going to be miserable and that Moss Creek was miserable. And you know, there was a certain degree of miserableness to all of that. I mean, certainly she wasn't lying. Other people would have thought it was total shit. It wasn't so bad. I love challenges, and today's been great. You know, sunny day just makes all the difference in the world. But back to the point. One of the things I've been worried about is this river. She said, oh, you won't be able to cross the river. It's been raining. It's supposed to rain tonight. You're probably not going to be able to cross the river, and you're going to have to turn back. And turning back is not an option, because that's basically, 4 hours plus 3, 7 hours of shit. Oh, excuse my language, of not quality track, and I'm really not looking forward to it. So I'm basically going to cross this river come hell or high water. Looking down into the canyon, you can see the river over there. I don't know if you can see it. It looks all right. I think I should be able to cross it. Getting down is going to be some fun too, eh? And then I got to get back up. I got to go down the valley and then up the valley, up over there, because those are the pinnacles. I'm almost positive of it. You can see the track leading up to them. Something I might just have to climb. But one thing at a time. Let's go do this river. Time to clean your feet. Oh, that feels so good. See this sock? I've had this sock since I was 16 years old. My mom gave them to me. I kept them on a canoe trip without ever wearing them, because when you're doing canoe trips, new socks are like, it's better than gold, man. If you found a pair of new socks and you found a rock of gold, I'd rather carry the new socks because they're worth their weight. Anyways, I'm now 30, 16, 30, these are 14 years old, and they're starting to get some holes, which saddens me. I had 3 pairs. I've worn them for 4 seasons of canoe tripping, all summer long, 2 seasons of tree planting, and basically once a week for 14 years. 10 minutes, baby. 5 hours. 10 minutes. 5 hours. 10 minutes. There it is. Let's go. Track conditions, the Pinnacles. Very muddy at the beginning of the track. 1.5 hours return. Great views from the top. Well worth the climb. Moss Creek to road end. Only for tough and experienced. Wise, give it a miss. A swampy, muddy 10-hour trek. A swampy, muddy 10-hour trek. Well, I don't know if I give it a miss, but it certainly was a swampy, muddy trek. So only 5. Probably not even. Our hut warden, it's Charles. The RCB, the Pinnacles. Tell me you just don't feel like you have to climb that. I know I do. Might take a bit of a break. I'm climbing that bad boy. Not too shabby here. So here I am, I'm at the hut, and I have this pretty swank bunk here, which I'll show you in a second, and I'm just basically waiting to climb up to Pinnacles Peak, but the weather's kind of turned foul and it's now enclosed in clouds, and I figure if I'm going to go up there I might as well get a nice view, which means I might bust up there at the crack of dawn, because usually it's quite nice in the morning, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. So I'm just reading and waiting out the weather. I figure I got about 2.5 hours of daylight, and it's about 1.5 hours there and back. So hopefully I'll get a chance to go up there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do it in the morning. Alright, this is the kitchen. I'm sure I've already showed you the kitchen. Maybe I haven't. It's nice. Look everywhere. It's got nice views. No boots or wet socks inside, thank you. All I have are my dry socks. You can see all the cuts on my legs. Cuts on my knee. Cuts all up and down here. Nothing too bad. And I've got Pinnacles Hut book. And there's take your pencil, then Aylesworth, Toronto, Canada. In case you're wondering what that noise is, that's the kettles. And I gotta boil the water for 3 minutes because you can't guarantee that there's no giardia, which is like beaver fever, in the water here, so you gotta boil it. I've got to listen to this for 3 minutes. I know you can't see it. I was building a fire, but that little speck down there, that's a weta. Go weta go. So it's like it's like just after 6:30. I think I never got up there last night, so I'm gonna give a try for the Pinnacles this morning. There's a big group of people here, so I'm gonna head off a little early also, because I'm hoping maybe I can catch the sunrise up there, because it just got so cloudy last night. Windy out here. I don't even know if you can hear me. It's so windy. But, that sunrise behind me is something else, eh? Well, I gotta say, I'm out here sheltered from the wind. It's getting really windy as as I'm walking along this ridge. Hands are actually getting kind of cold. But, you know, climbing this cliff, basically what I'm about to do, you can see the ladder behind me. I mean, what's with the ladder, man? How steep is this? And with my walking stick, I kind of feel like Moses. And, you know, I don't really anticipate any tablets landing in my hands. But man, it's pretty, you know, with the sunrise and everything else, it's pretty remarkable. Well, I'm sorry to do this to you folks, but really there's only one shot that you can do in a situation like this, and that's your 360 Pam. But you know what you need? You need your walking stick, right out of a commercial. Woohoo! If I was a smoker, I'd have a cigarette. Like the Marlboro man, you know? But I guess really granola bars are like the closest thing. Obviously I'm not as cool as the granola bar man. So now all I gotta do, that I'm up here, and I was up there, see that? That's where I was doing my little speech at the start. So I gotta climb back down, which I think is even more difficult than climbing up. Well, as you can see, that's the pinnacles up there behind me, and you can see, you guys probably can't see it, but there's a group there climbing. They're just climbing up there now, and we're on our way out. We're going back down, calling this the end of the Pinnacles hut, and looking forward to taking a nice warm shower, because I think I stink. I think I stink. There are a few things better than a wonderful scenic piss. Allow me to demonstrate. Undo your pants like you would any other time you're going to take a leak. Remove the unit. Take in the view. And start pissing. That just might be one of the more scenic pisses I've ever taken. Granola Bar Man recommends scenic leaks. Well, if you can see behind me, what we got here is one of these numerous things, creek crossing bridges. This one's actually a little wider than some of the ones I've been on. But I'm just going to show you because it's pretty freaky. The creek is actually crossable, but you figure you got the chance to go on one of these, hey, you got to take it because you can cross the creek any old day. But there ain't always a bridge you can cross, you know what I'm saying? They're real sturdy.